GlamFam, welcome to today's video. We're testing out the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension Part 2 Rose Palette. Oh my goodness, you guys. I can't wait for you guys to see how these shades blend and swatch and what my thoughts are on it compared to the Part 1 version. So we'll get to all that in just a second. I'm Kristi, by the way. If you're new here, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and click that post notification bell. Join our beautiful GlamFam. We're here every Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and we're also here during the week now as well. So make sure you have that notification bell on, and please give this video a huge thumbs up and click that like button. You guys, when you hit the like button and when you comment below, it really does help my videos out. Plus, I love hearing from you guys. You can check out my new merch, glamourouslifecollections.com, and follow me at Kristi Allure on Instagram, on TikTok, Kristi Allure, and on my blog, KristiAllure.com. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, you guys, let's get started. So let's dive into this eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful. I just received it this morning. I am filming right away so I can get this video out. I actually like this packaging. As you can tell, it gets kind of dirty, but I like this packaging even more than the other one. It's slightly different. So I did do a video on his first Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. You can check out that video. I did that look. I liked it, it's nice, but I was kind of disappointed, to be honest with you guys, for the price point. I just felt like it wasn't quite worth it. So this one is, I think, slightly different. And I do think these, even though I'm not a big pink tone fan, you guys already know that I've talked about that multiple times lately on my videos. This to me was more rose-colored pink shades. So I didn't feel like it had more purple depth to it, where I don't feel like it's going to give that pink eye look that I don't really care for, to be honest. Let's take a look at those up close shots though. It is absolutely stunning, you guys. This is the Major Dimension 2 Rose Eyeshadow Palette. It's $68, so I do feel like $68 is kind of a high price point. But I don't know, maybe it's because the packaging and all that, it takes a lot. I can't judge that because I'm not a brand and I don't know how much it takes to put into packaging and all that. And he does create really beautiful packaging. So I think that's where the price point is coming in. This is described as a daily wardrobe of rose tone neutral shades that will become your daily go-to palette. A mix of warm, cool, and neutral satin and pearlescent shades with 2 cream bases that create the perfect rich canvas for your shadows. The cream bases allow you to really sculpt and intensify your eye looks. So I like these type of red shades, but they're not my favorite. Maybe down the road I'll create something more with that look. I do feel like that's more of a fall look though, and I want to stick to the season, and right now we're in a spring season, so we're gonna play with more of these like purple tones and pink tones and stuff like that with this look. Those creamy shades are very creamy, but almost borderline can be oily feeling. I would make sure you don't put those on the rest of your face if you have any type of breakout issues, because they are packed with caprylic triglyceride, which is coconut oil, and it gives that emollient, it gives that creamy texture, so that I can see why he did that on the eye. Not a fan of it in my base makeups, which is why I kind of stopped using his blushes, to be quite honest, because they're packed with coconut oil. Even though I loved them and they were my #1 blushes, I wish he'd leave that ingredient out. As far as the rest of the shades go, I feel like those metallics are much creamier than the original version. So I think he listened to the feedback, because I don't think I was the only one that complained about that. And I don't like that he put that typical, like, I think Natasha does that too, where ColourPop does a lot of it, where they put kind of a shimmer within the mattes. I don't really like that, and he didn't do that in this palette, which I highly appreciate. I think he did a much better job of really sticking to good, solid mattes in this. So let's quickly take a look at those swatches. So I kind of swatched it like as you would use them together. So I did the metallic and the matte that matched that, and that's kind of what he did in the palette. So we have a fair, which is that first, like, I don't know, like a deepish purplish pink type metallic, absolutely stunning. And then under that is Heartache, and that's the deepest matte in the shadow. Very beautiful, but as you can see, swatched a little patchy, but that's okay. I can't wait to see how it performs on the eye. I don't really care about swatches that much. And then Desire, and that is more of like a copper reddish tone metallic. Beautiful, but not necessarily for spring in my opinion. And then Passion is the kind of counterpart to that, and that is a very beautiful red tone. Those are going to be gorgeous fall shades. And then the next one is Lust, and that is more of like a topper shade that didn't, you know, it's not going to pull that base metallic base to it, so it's definitely more of a topper shade. And then Devotion is the matte that kind of corresponds to that one. And then we have Romance, and Romance is a beautiful pinky champagne almost duochrome type effect. I feel like it pulls a little bit of that. And under that is Amour, and Amour is like a very beautiful rose matte shade. Oh gosh, I can't wait to play with those shades. And then the other one is Adore. Then under that is Crush, and I actually think that is one of his richest mattes in the palette. That one actually swatched probably the best out of all the mattes, and that's one of the lighter shades. It's gonna be a perfect shade. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You guys, I have to say, this palette is stunning. It really is. Even though the color story on the other one is more like, for me, like everyday beautiful shades that I would gravitate towards, I do think that rose tone shades look beautiful on all eyes. Let's just take a look at the metallics. Those swatches, you guys can see from that video, the way it's reflecting is absolutely stunning. These are the metallics I was hoping for from Patrick Ta. I'm really gonna try to do more of a Patrick Ta inspired look. Not that I have his talent, but something more inspired by that, where it's not so smoky and dramatic, and I think it's gonna be very pretty. I'll create other looks, you know, in other videos, but for today we're just gonna stick to that kind of look, and we're just gonna do one really beautiful, not too much, but enough look. So let's start off with a transition shade. I already did do my brows and prepped my eyes. I always carve out my eyes with my NARS Creamy Concealer in Maroon Glacé, and then I went with my tried and true right now Juvia's Place Shade 1 Prime and Prep, and then I just took my Makeup Forever sponge that comes in those things, and I just kind of set that down a little bit right there with my translucent powder. I do have, if it looks a little white there, I do have my Hourglass Veil translucent loose powder so that it can catch, because there is quite a bit of fallout in this palette. I haven't actually tried it on my eyes, but just swatching it, I can tell there's fallout. So we'll start off with this second shade right there, which is, I want to say it's called Amour. That is the matte shade. I'll always just put the names there just so you guys know. We're gonna use probably my Wayne Goss. This is the number 5 brush. Love this brush. So there's nothing on it. I think it's just kind of stained, but anyway, we're just gonna use that as a transition shadow, and we'll just start off with this eye. Just go in there. Oh, these mattes are incredible. Wow. Okay, that's beautiful. That's what I expect from Patrick Ta. Wow, that is beautiful, you guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, if this palette performs the way I think it's going to, then I do think it's worth $68, because you're getting a very beautiful packaging and, you know, shades that are very, very beautiful. That is insanely gorgeous. Now I'm gonna go in with my Scott Barnes 62 brush, and I'm going to show you guys how you can use that last shade right there, which is Crush. I'm gonna take Crush. I think it's Crush. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it is. A little powdery, so you have to be a little careful, but I'm gonna show you guys how you can just diffuse out those. See how that just diffuses out any edges? This is a perfect brush to do that with, because it just softens everything out. Look at 2 celebrity makeup artists, Scott Barnes and Patrick Ta. All right, going back in, other side. Just smoothing out those edges. That's what, I love that he put a shade like that in there, because you can do that with a bronzer, you can do that with a translucent powder, but I appreciate that there's one in there that you can just do that with. Very beautiful, you guys, very beautiful. Going back into Amour again. Create a little bit more depth right there. Wow, those are performing gorgeous. That is stunning, you guys. All right, back into the Scott Barnes, back into Crush, and again, just kind of building, just blending out as I go. Less things to worry about. Very little amount though. And very lightly touching it just to smooth out any edges. All right, we're gonna take Devotion now, and that is a beautiful deep rose tone matte. And then we're going to, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. See, now that's the kind of pink I can get into because it has more purple depths to it. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm just gonna keep this very light, not too intense. And I forgot to use the cream bases. That's okay. I honestly don't know how much I would use this cream base, but I think you can definitely use it for like creating more depth there. That would be really pretty. Or you can use this even as a liner too, you guys, just so you know that. So I don't want to create that smoky of an eye, so that's why I'm not putting that down there. Going back into that Wayne Goss number 5 brush, going back into Amore, that second or first shade actually we used, just going above that and just blending it out. This Wayne Goss brush just does the work for you. It's so incredible. Amore again. Wow, those are incredible. Those are incredible. Okay, this I can already tell you I love more than the first one, performance-wise. Color Story was amazing. I wish you'd almost reformulate that one with these formulas because the Color Story was insanely good. I'm not putting anything on to that Sonia G Mini Booster, just whatever was left over from that deeper shade. Just kind of just focusing just right here, right there. These are amazing. All right, you know what? To play with the creams a little bit, just so we can at least play with one of the creams, let's go in with that lighter one, and that one's called Loyal, and we'll put that down as a base just to see what that, if that can pop the metallic even more. I'm just curious because I do want to play with it. So I'm just going to take this color, this is a concealer brush from Dose of Colors. Ooh, I want to try that new Dose of Colors palette out too. Ooh, that's pretty. It's so creamy. Little goes a very long way with this, just FYI. I'd be mindful if you have oily lids because this is oil based, and you want to make sure that you set this down if you're going to use a shade like this. Ooh, that's pretty. But it's nice because for mature lids, we kind of want a little bit of that oil in there to help soften out our texture. So I know my lids are a little bit older these days, so maybe even if you did like a concealer type color, you know, like a bone colored cream in one of the palettes, that would have been nice too. I'm gonna go in with an even smaller little brush, shader lid E56. That is beautiful, you guys. Wow. But you would have to be careful because it can kind of come off as that pink tone. I wouldn't leave it there. I would definitely put something over it. And what you can do for a more matte look would be really pretty too, is just taking like that first shade we used and patting that down into there and helping that set it down. That might be another good way, but we want it to grip that metallic. So let's try it with my fingers first. This is Romance. Ooh, ooh, that is sparkly. That is beautiful. Oh. I'm only doing the middle because I don't want to get it all over the place. That is a gorgeous color. I'm going to show you how we're going to use the gold too. And it will kind of take down that pink tone. We're going to pop that gold in the middle. Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is what I wanted, Patrick. Just getting in there. Oh, it's nice because it performs well with the brush too. Pretty. I think having that cream down really helps bring out those metallics. Take that up into the crease a little bit. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's pretty. Okay, going back into a brush and just kind of patting that same color onto the outer edge. Ooh, gosh, you guys, that's insanely beautiful. Wow. Oh, this palette is insanely beautiful. It is exceeding my expectations, and I'm gonna be honest with you, my expectations were a little low, only because I just wasn't as excited about the first one. But this is wow. Wow, wow, wow. Going back into my Sonia G and to that deeper rose color that we used, and just kind of going over that. Yeah, that base really helps because I pulled the base out a little bit to give that a little bit more depth on the outside. I'm pretty much using all these shades right here today, so it's pretty good. And I think those are springtime shades anyway. It's not like anyone's gonna be pulling, oh, you can, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I don't think as many people are gonna be pulling out those red tones for this season. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, it went a little bit more smokier again. It always does that than I thought. I'm gonna take the E40 Sigma brush, going back into that first shade, and we're gonna just kind of soften it out, that really light shade. Ooh. That is beautiful. Okay, wow, there's not really much you have to do with this look. It's so pretty. To make it more gold now, let's just kind of take this gold color. Oh my gosh, this color is insane. I would just use this color with a bronzer, and I think that's gonna be beautiful. I'm just gonna put that right there. And we're gonna just, it kind of just takes down that pink a little bit, but very subtle. Very subtle. I don't want to do much more than that. Now let's try that duochrome. Oh my gosh, this color is so pretty. That pink and gold shift is everything. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's just gonna really draw out in the sunlight. You're gonna really see that. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. This outdid the Natasha Denona pastel palette by far. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so pretty. So pretty. All right, going into that Wayne Goss number 6 brush, going back into that first transition shade, slightly going on top. That is so pretty. That is so pretty, and I think this would be beautiful just to leave almost as is, not even do a lower lash line. I kind of want to see what that looks like, but let's take my Kylie. I have Apricot from Melt Cosmetics in the mail, but it's just not going to come in time, so we're going to use the Kylie Cosmetics one. Now, he did release new eyeliner shades with this line, but I just had so much new makeup to buy this time, you guys, I couldn't afford to do the liners too. Let's take this Sigma E35 and let's just go in here and just kind of start blending. I don't have any shadow on this. I just need to blend this part out. So pretty. Oh yeah, that did the trick. All right, so yeah, I think this is one of those looks where you can just leave it and it look really beautiful. We're just gonna play with this cream one just so you guys can see. The darker one on the bottom is like a liner. This one right there. We're gonna kind of just utilize that on the bottom. Ooh, yeah, that's nice as a liner. Wow, that's pretty. I am actually not gonna take this all the way in. Do a little bit something different on this look. I'm just gonna take this Morphe M560 and just kind of blend that out. Smoke it out a little. I don't have anything on this, just whatever was used there. It's so creamy that it just kind of stays put there. That's beautiful. That is really pretty. Okay, I'm trying something a little different today. I'm not gonna go all the way in. We'll see if we like it. All right, let's take this MAC 219. Oh, 219. This is one of my all-time favorite brushes. And we're gonna take this guy, the darker one, the middle one, and we're just gonna go over that. This will help it stay in place so it won't smear. And another thing is, if you're a wing liner person, to create a very subtle wing line, you could pull that up, that darker shade, and use that as a liner as well. What do you guys think? That's pretty, right? All right, now I'm gonna clean off the brush. I'm gonna take the gold one and bring that one in even more into the inner corner almost. Ooh, yeah, I like that. We're gonna play. All right, let's pop that on the inner corner actually while we're here. So this is very flaky, this one. So take a clean brush, just taking this BK Beauty one. I'm just gonna clean that off a little bit. So if I were you, I'd lay down like a highlighter first. Let's just say, let's take my Jaclyn Hill Sparks. I would take that onto my little, yeah, so using that as my Laura Mercier smudge brush, putting that base down first will really help that out first. I'm actually gonna take that onto my eyelids. I kind of wish there was a shade like this, almost like a shimmer shade. That would be pretty in this palette. I could have done without the darker one, to be quite honest. I think it's good. Yeah, it worked out nicely as a liner, but I wish there was a shade like this color, like that type of shimmer, like the one I love in my Viseart palette. Just gonna leave it there, you guys. What do you think? That's so pretty. I'm gonna pop on my lashes and I'll be right back. All right, GlamFam, this is how the look came together and I am loving it. I popped on my Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina lashes and I just finished up the look with my new Makeup by Mario lip color in Nude Suede. Absolutely stunning, and my Pat McGrath Bronze Divinity. And I have the new Patrick Star One Size Made for Shade bronzer. I hope I got that name right. So you'll see that in the next video, but very excited to try all that out. So you'll get my thoughts on all of that afterwards. Let's just finish up this video with rounding out this palette and my thoughts. You guys, oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know if I was the only one, but I just feel like the first palette, like I said earlier, was missing something and was missing depth in the mattes and in the metallics. I just felt like there was something missing. I absolutely love this look. I can't believe because I typically don't really go for rose tones too much. I typically like either browns or greens or blues. I love this. I absolutely love this. So I am gonna give this palette a solid 5 out of 5 stars. I did not think this was gonna reach a 5 out of 5 status, you guys. I really didn't, because my expectations were low. I'm blown away. And not low because I don't think Patrick Ta can provide amazing things, because he's one of the most amazing makeup artists out there. But what I love is that he has really created a palette that can really be subtle and very glam at the same time. And I glammed it up a little bit more. I could have done even more depth with the darker shades, but I really tried to stay away from these shades just so I didn't create too much. I wanted it there, but not too much. I still want to do a very subtle, natural look with this. Comment below if you want to see that, because I think you can create the most elegant, lovely, romantic look with this palette. This is stunning. This is what I wanted for a 2022 eyeshadow palette. I think this is the best time to get it at $68, getting that 20, 15, or even 10% off. You're saving money, and it is gorgeous. And you know, if you missed this sale, Patrick Ta runs a lot of good sales on his site as well. So I will have the link for this palette to his site, because let's just say you're not really buying anything during the sale, you'll still be able to get some type of discount on it. So I would. It is beautiful. If you love earthy, pink, nude, even this can lie neutral and warm. That's what I love about this palette. If you love that in that subtle, earthy tones, rose tones, oh my God, you're gonna die over this palette. This just blew me away in the most amazing way. Congratulations, Patrick Ta. You dropped an amazing 2022 launch, and I am very happy, you guys. Let me know if you like this look. If you like these tones on me, let me know. All right, you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much for all the love and support. All the links will be on the bottom. Again, when you utilize my links, it really does help me out, you guys. And if you're new here, before you go, please hit that subscribe button and click that post notification bell. Join our beautiful Glam Fam. We're here twice a week now. And please give this video a huge thumbs up and click click that like button, when you hit the like button, and when you comment below. It really does help my videos out, and I love hearing from you guys so much. And check out my new merch, glamourouslifecollections.com. Follow me at Kristi Allure on Instagram, on TikTok, Kristi Allure, and on my blog, KristiAllure.com. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys, love you.